Meet Sarah, a busy professional with a thriving career and a sweet tooth she can't seem to resist. As the day begins, so does Sarah's sugar craving. She starts her day with a sweetened coffee drink, thinking it's just a little treat to kickstart her morning. Hours later, as her energy wanes, she reaches for an energy bar, the one that promises a quick boost. Little does she know it's loaded with hidden sugars. During lunch, Sarah grabs a seemingly innocent salad with a store-bought dressing. Unbeknownst to her, the dressing contains added sugars, making her healthy choice not so healthy after all. By mid-afternoon, Sarah's energy crashes again. She finds herself reaching for another sugary snack, thinking it's the only way to stay focused. As the workday ends, Sarah rewards herself with a sugary latte and a muffin from the cafe nearby, her go-to way to unwind. Back home, after a long day, Sarah's sweet cravings continue. She indulges in her favorite ice cream while watching TV, unaware of the cycle she's trapped in. Hey everybody, it's Dr. Cohen. Did Sarah's story sound familiar? We all know someone, or maybe we are that someone, caught in the grip of sugar cravings. It's a cycle that can be hard to break, but not impossible. Sugar addiction is real, and it's driven by the release of dopamine in our brains, making us crave those sweets. Our food environment is also flooded with sugary options that are convenient and often affordable. Sneaky added sugars can be found in everything from cereals to sauces, snack bars to sport drinks, making it easy to overindulge without even realizing it. The average American consumes a staggering 17 teaspoons of added sugar each day. That's like eating a candy bar with every meal. But here's the catch. Excessive sugar intake can lead to a host of health issues. When we eat foods that are high in sugar, we tend to overeat them. We tend to crave them. We tend to binge on them. And those same foods that we overeat can be quickly broken down, entering our bloodstream, causing a rapid rise in our blood sugar and a precipitous fall in our blood sugar. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, where instead of burning what we eat, we store it as fat. Over the long haul, eating foods with added sugar, including sugar-sweetened beverages, is linked to obesity, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, inflammation, and even a shorter lifespan. It's time to take control of our health by cutting back on added sugars. Let me share some practical tips to help you make healthier options. Tip number 1 is swap out sugary drinks. Drinks with added sugar are the number one source of added sugar in the American diet. So think about what you drink in a typical day. Aim to replace what you drink in a typical day when it has added sugar with water, sparkling water, coffee, and green tea. I recommend those latter two, coffee and green tea, because they're super high in antioxidants. You do not need sugary electrolyte drinks when you exercise. Water is just fine. What I love to do is make sparkling water with a soda stream I keep in my apartment. In the morning, I will have my coffee black. When I have an afternoon iced coffee, I take brewed coffee, add unsweetened almond milk, a little bit of vanilla, and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, and then I mix with ice. This makes a delicious and sweet drink without any added sugar. I'll also sip on unsweetened iced green tea throughout the day. Tip number 2 is start your day off right. The number 2 source of added sugar in the American diet are breakfast cereals. So instead of sugary breakfast cereals, instead of granola, opt for oats. I love to make overnight oats in a batch for the week. zero prep time each morning, and I like to top my oatmeal with fresh or frozen berries. When we eat sugar that's part of a whole fruit, we don't tend to binge on it, and it gets digested much slower than added sugar, preventing that peak in blood sugar that leads to all those health problems. Tip number 3 is cut out snacking. I might have recommended that you opt for healthier snacks, but actually I recommend you cut out snacks altogether. Not only are snacks like sports bars and trail mix loaded with added sugar, but those extra calories are just not necessary. So I'm not recommending you find a healthier snack. I'm recommending you get rid of snacking altogether. Limit your eating to 3 meals a day without eating in between those meals. Believe me, you can make it from one meal to the next without snacking. The rise of our always eating, always snacking culture began in the 1970s, largely because of marketing from the food industry. The 425 extra calories per day consumed by Americans in the form of snacks starting in the 1970s can largely explain our current obesity epidemic. So by avoiding constant snacking, we can better manage our sugar intake and our overall calorie intake for the day. And finally, tip number 4, limit sugar to a weekly cheat meal. You may have been worried that I was going to tell you to cut out added sugar altogether, but I don't think that would make for a very sustainable way of eating. What I recommend you do is reserve one meal each week where you allow yourself sweets. And here's the trick. Whatever that meal is, don't keep that food in the house. So instead, go out for that dessert. That way you're not tempted by that sweet for the rest of the week. Making small changes over time can have a big impact on our health. By cutting back on added sugars and embracing these practical tips, you're taking a crucial step towards a healthier future. Let's support each other on this journey to better well-being. Stay motivated, stay informed, and stay healthy. Until next time.